There's a word I had to learn to say out loud without flinching. Insolvency. Just saying it used to do something to me, something physical, like the word itself was the accusation. When debt reaches the point when normal stops working, you find out fast there aren't many roads left. And none of them are good. They're just different kinds of hard. Consolidation, tried it, moved everything onto the mortgage. Bought 2 years of breathing room and built it back up again. The door was closed. Debt management plan, pay it all back, just slower. The maths didn't work, didn't have the runway. Bankruptcy, the nuclear option. Would have taken the job, gone on a public register, wasn't prepared for that. Which left one option. An IVA. Yes, it's a register, but a fixed payment, fixed term and a date at the end. And that word again. Insolvency. For a man who spent 30 years tying his worth to his performance, that word sat in the chest like a stone. That word sat in the chest like a stone, like a verdict, like something carved in bone. I grew up where money was tight and dignity was everything. You paid your debt, you stood on your own 2 feet. You didn't ask for help, and you certainly didn't admit defeat. And there I was, kitchen table, 50 years old. Document that said, in formal legal language, this man cannot pay what he owes. The shame of that moment wasn't loud, it was quiet. The particular quiet of a man who had finally stopped performing the sound of someone who's fine. I thought about everyone who knew me. Every colleague who'd seen the suit and the title. Every friend who assumed everything was fine. Because I'd worked so hard to make sure it looked that way. This is the end of the version of me I've been performing. I was right about that, just got the rest of it wrong. The supervisor read out the names. Barclaycard, First Direct, HSBC, PayPal, even Argos. All the names that had been living in my head for years reduced to figures on a page, stripped of the dread, stripped of the weight, just numbers now, just names. 79% voted yes. I don't know what I expected, drama maybe, some kind of reckoning. What I got was a letter, a direct debit instruction, a date. The chaos of years replaced in one afternoon by a process. The first few months inside an IVA is strange. The phone stops ringing, the letters stop arriving. And what comes instead is something I hadn't felt for years. Quiet. Not peace exactly, the debt was still there, the shame was still there, 72 payments stretching out ahead. But the noise, the relentless grinding noise of a life in the red had stopped. I knew what I owed, I knew what I'd pay. I knew when it had come to an end. For a brain that had been running calculations that never resolved, that clarity was close to revolutionary. My family noticed, not the IVA, just that I seemed somehow less somewhere else. One of the kids said it, Dad seems relaxed lately. Not happy, not fixed, relaxed. That one word was everything. The thing I thought would end me brought order to everything. The word I couldn't say, I can say now. Insolvency, it's just a word. Insolvency. It describes a situation. Insolvency. It does not describe who you are.